Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the ground. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the ground. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Bama roll tide, hear that rammer jammer shout. Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War Eagle flying over Jordan hair skies. Hottie toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Neyland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Gators in the swamp, trumping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Ridge battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome around the water cooler, man. It is your guys, Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. It is Friday, man. And the man, you can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
Hey, next week is quickly approaching, but hey, it's still me, Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
Sir, man, appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us. And of course, I got from at Auburn _Addicts TV. He is the man, the myth, the legend. It is DC Wolf. DC, how you feeling tonight, my
Man,
guy?
I am great. Glad to be here with Nick Frazier and the Auburn Wizard. The man behind the secret curtain, Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Behind the
I
black-
appreciate it, DC. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight?
Great, man. I'm great.
That man said behind the black curtain he is, man. We appreciate you so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, as always, man. Before we get into it, as always, man, follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, bruh. Engagement we getting on TikTok, bruh. I love it. Please keep the comments coming, man. I appreciate y'all so much for doing that. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23 on Twitter. And then, of course, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and when we go live. We are 1 week away from Auburn versus Baylor. So you know what that means. Come into the locker room with your guy. Come into the locker room with me. August 29th, 15 minutes before all games. 15 minutes before all kickoffs, man. We're going to be in the locker room watching the live watch. This next Friday, Auburn versus Baylor. Live watch in the locker room with us, man. Stay 15 minutes before kickoff, all the way 5 minutes after the game. And then after that, we head on over to Auburn Addicts TV with DC Wolf, the mayor, Marcus, and Taz, as y'all get the official post-game reaction show, Tiger Vent, here around the water cooler, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man, because we want to give y'all a great experience of everything that is going on around the water cooler and around Tiger Vent when it comes to this Auburn content, man. So we thank y'all so much, man. Hey, SEC football is coming up, man. Actually, we got football that starts tomorrow, man. Iowa State versus Kansas State in Ireland. Erlingus is what it's called. bowl, man. I get a chance to sit down and watch football, and I think it's actually
Why are they playing in Ireland though? That's what I wanted to ask somebody that.
played in Ireland last year.
They played in Ireland last year.
Florida State and Georgia Tech did, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I know. I remember them playing. I was like, but why everybody keep playing in Ireland?
They're trying to make the game international.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And Erlingus is based out of Ireland, so hey, it is what it is. So that's where they want the game to be played. Is where they want it to be played at. So guess what? I'll be in front of TV watching. I'll be in front of TV watching it. I know that for a fact.
No, that's right.
Man, it's so great, man. We are back. It's football season is back, man, and I'm excited about it. I'm ecstatic about everything that's happening, man. Take a look in the comments before we get into the show, because tonight is a call-in show. So if you want to call in, we're gonna put the number up in a minute for y'all to call in if y'all want to call in and talk with us about it, man. Auburn Dad in the chat. What's up, Auburn Dad? Hope you feeling all right tonight, man. Hope all
Dad in the building.
Auburn Dad said, man. So Nick, with the 5-star, we moved up to 22 in 2 recruiting services, 32 and 247, 35 and 247 actually. Sorry, so you still think we don't get top 15 if we have 8 to higher win total this year? I don't know, man. I think a lot of those guys that are in that blue chip type ratio, man, already committed other places. So we're gonna see what happens. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I said top 35 is what I said. So I mean, technically I was right, but I just didn't want to go higher than that. I don't know. We'll see what happens, man, because apparently there's something saying that some people may drop in stars, some people may go up in stars. So I don't know. I'm just gonna be real with you. We're gonna see what happens. But I would love for us to get into the top 15 because it helps the program. Anything that helps the program helps the program. But it is what it is. Travell said we will. Hey, you daddy. That's what he said. Travell said can't call tonight. He at work. Shout out to Travell, the king of the comments as well. He said Auburn Dad feel the same way. The legend of Sweet Sugar Bat Williams, the Rooster Mac himself. The Huggy Beard is in here. What's going on, Huggy? All right, man. Tim the get around. What's up, Tim? Hope you feeling all right. I got James Barnett is rocking with us as well. What's up, James? Hope all is good with you, my guy. Hope all is good with you, my guy. Hope everything is good. Everybody speaking to everybody in the chat, man. We want to get it up on the screen so everybody can see it, man. God, I need this intro as a ringtone. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't even know how to do that.
Hey, no cap, Nick. Before my league game yesterday, I had to play the intro to get me hyped, bro.
Wow, that's interesting. That is very interesting.
Hey, it lit like that though.
I guess, man. Water cool on fire. Let's go. Yes, sir. Shout out to James Barnett, man. We appreciate you, everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all, man. Get Musty in the chat. What up? He said the intro made me think of Mexican OT or Big the Plug was gonna spit a bar over the hook. Ooh, that's interesting. Never thought about that. So you say I'm the biggest, the largest. That's what you're saying. That you were expecting that to come in. That's interesting. DC working this weekend. Rain check on that game for your show Sunday. Okay, all right. You know what you're talking about, DC?
Yeah. We're supposed to do a prize pick for Sunday.
Yeah. What's up, nigga? Marcus, the wizard behind the black curtain. Shout out to DC for hugging Marcus. For hugging Marcus nickname. Okay, all right then. That's what it is. Get Musty. James Barnett, man. Everybody saying what's up, man. Huggy Beard said I'm thinking about making a Twitter. I still on the fence about it. I've realized Huggy way too trill for Facebook. I really cut loose. Been in Facebook jail all day. Oh man, you back in Facebook jail? Man,
dang, man.
Dang. And he just get out.
Man,
Huggy.
free hugging, man.
Yeah, we gotta get Huggy out of Facebook jail.
Yeah,
Like
Huggy.
Richard Wetland, what's up, man? War Eagle to you, my guy. Hope all is good, man.
What's up, Richard?
Richard? Get Mustard Ant in the building.
Yeah, man, that's what it is, man. They lost to Georgia Tech last year, 24-21.
Sure did.
Was that game? Ant in the building. What's up, Ant War Eagle to Ant Robinson in the building? What's going on, my guy?
Man,
all good, man. Get Musty in there saying what's up to Ant, man. All right, man. As y'all know, man, this is a call-in show. So if you want to call in, here's the number right there: 334-521-2679. 334-521-2679 is the call-in number. If you want to call in and you want to holler at us and you want to make a statement, you want to tell us something that you want to tell us about Auburn football, if you want to tell us something about college football, if it's something on your heart that you want to tell us, man, that's the number right there. The call in 334-521-2679. 334-521-2679 is the number, because tonight's show is strictly about you, the fans, the caller. So we want y'all to call in and we want y'all to be a part of the show as always, man. But let's get this thing started off here. So I think I caused a little bit of frenzy today on TikTok. If y'all follow me on TikTok, or y'all follow us on TikTok, I put up Nick's predictions for the SEC this year. And I'm gonna put it up. I want to get y'all takes on it. I want to see what y'all think. How y'all feel about my predictions. I feel confident about my predictions based on what I foresee happening. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. I'm not against it, because guess what? That's what we do. That's what you're supposed to do in this business. Apparently, you're supposed to prognosticate and you're supposed to make predictions like that. So I made my predictions for the season, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the screen, and I'll read them out to you. And I want y'all to go from there and tell me what y'all agree with, what y'all disagree with. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of disagreeing, but hey, it is what it is. These are Nick's SEC predictions for the 2025 football season. I have Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC championship game. I got Mississippi State winning 6 games and goes to a bowl game. I have Georgia missing the college football playoffs. I think John Mateer wins the Heisman, and unfortunately, I think the SEC loses in the national championship game this year. DC, Marcus, y'all thoughts on that?
I only agree with the Mississippi State tape.
Okay.
I think Mississippi State get over 6 wins. I mean, get 6 wins in a bowl game like you do. But outside of that, I think Georgia go to the playoffs. I think Mateer don't even get close to the Heisman Trophy. I think SEC actually wins the national championship this year, and I think it's Texas and possibly Georgia or LSU.
DC?
Yeah, I pretty much disagree with all of them, boss.
All right, that's cool. Not a problem.
Disagree with all of them, man. I'm trying to figure out what I agree with, man. I think the SEC wins the national championship. John Mateer, I'm with. But man, I had that discussion with me and Marcus had that in the chat. I just wonder, man, and I could be wrong. I'm just wondering what everybody's seeing John Mateer, man. He reminds me of a Bo Nix at Auburn before Bo matured. You know what I'm saying? Before Heisman Bowl. Freshman Bowl. That's what he reminds me of. So I would like to see what he's going to do against SEC talent. Could prove me wrong. Not a quarterback guru, but Mississippi State, I don't know about that, man. If Mississippi State is going to win 6 games, man, what other SEC teams are going to fall below Mississippi State? That I want you to explain to me, please. Texas and Oklahoma, man, I think Georgia makes the playoffs, and Texas and Oklahoma, I think I think they're gonna, one is gonna knock the other one out, man. You know, I could see Texas and maybe Georgia again.
Yeah, I disagree with all y'all. Because I already made it right here, man. Texas and Oklahoma gonna play in the SEC championship game.
Okay.
Oklahoma is the sleeper team in this conference for a lot of reasons. I could go down the list for a reason why Oklahoma is the sleeper in this conference. For I think a lot of people feel like Oklahoma and Florida's in the same boat. I think Oklahoma is a lot more balanced on their on their football team. I don't understand why what y'all don't see in John Mateer. I'm just saying I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think John Mateer is that explosive of an athlete to where he's gonna be able to shine in this conference, and I think people gonna notice it within the first 2 to 3 games of the season, and he's gonna be looked upon as a threat in the conference. Mississippi State, y'all know I already went out the reason why I feel like Mississippi State is going to win 6 games. I've already went over that multiple times here around the water cooler, man. Georgia misses the playoffs. Apparently, this got a lot of Georgia fans mad on Twitter. I mean, not on TikTok when I posted this, man. A lot of people feel like I don't know ball. I'm telling you this, man. Georgia's offensive line to me is not what people are trying to hype it up for us to believe to be. A lot of guys on that offensive line. I don't think besides one guy, only one guy on the offensive line has 4 or more starts in college football. They basically started on a whole brand new offensive line. The running game, they're gonna have to lean on a lot. Defensive side of the ball, I don't think they're gonna be that explosive on the front. on the front four. To be completely honest with you, I think the linebacker core is going to be the strength of the team again this year. Julian Humphrey, who was one of their guys last year at cornerback position, transfer out. He's at Texas A&M now. KJ Bolden is still back there in the secondary as well. But I'm telling you, not a big believer in. I'm not as high on Georgia's defense as I was last year before last, and stuff like that. And fun fact, do you know that Georgia's only been in the college football playoff 3 years? That Kirby's been there. Did y'all know that?
So that's a fun fact, man.
It's a fun fact. I mean, he's played a national championship each one of those years. He's won it twice. But ever since he's been at Georgia, since the playoff has been instituted, he's only been to the college football playoff 3 years. Is what it's basically is what I'm saying. Went back to back in 21, 22, and then I think he went again in 2016. No, not 2016. My bad. 2017. Either 2017 or 2018. He went. So I don't know, man. It's interesting to see, man. I think Georgia has a lot of question marks, but because it's Georgia, I feel like a lot of people are giving them the benefit of the doubt. I just look at the team. Yes, they have a lot of talent, but they got a lot of young talent that's just not experienced, and things and stuff like that. Not a mixture as you've seen before with Georgia. Yeah, and I think the Big Ten wins the national championship again this year, and they go 3 in a row. But that's just my opinion. It is what it is. We'll see how many of these.
So who win the Big Ten? You got winning the national championship.
Yeah, that was man. I was trying to be patient and wait. Go ahead, Mark.
Tell me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Then
Oregon. I just told you, Oregon.
Okay, so you got Oregon winning the national championship. Okay, now who is Georgia losing to? Because this is, I think
we went over this Wednesday.
I think a 9-3 team gonna get in this year.
Yeah, but this is what I have Georgia losing to. I have Georgia with 3 losses, potentially 4. I have Georgia losing to Auburn on the road. I have Alabama going into Georgia and beating Georgia. I have Georgia losing. Who's hold on? Let me get my notes out.
Yeah, because like I said, I think a 3-loss SEC team is getting in this year. I don't think what happened last year will happen again. In the playoff era, probably. You know what I'm saying? So if you got Georgia losing 3 games, I think they'll be in, man.
I got Georgia losing potentially 3 or 4 games this year. I actually think Texas beat Georgia at Georgia again this year. That's the 15th. And then don't forget Georgia Tech took Georgia down to the wire last year. And if it wasn't for some, I don't know what Georgia Tech head coach was doing, Georgia Tech would have won that game, and Georgia would have been a 3-loss team going into the conference championship last year. But it took 8 overtimes for Georgia to come back and win that game. So, I mean, let's not sit here and act like Georgia was unstoppable last year, because they weren't. They weren't dominant. I did some numbers. Georgia's offense, scoring offense, they put up 31.5 points a game for the season. The defense gave up 20.5. But when you adjust that to just power four teams,
please do.
That number goes down to 26 games, 26 points they scored per game. And then that number that they gave up on defense went up to 24. So you're basically telling me Georgia was a field goal better team than most of the teams that they played. When you if you're looking at it on average and things stuff like that. And I'm just saying, I just don't see it this year, man. Yes, they're talented. Georgia is a talented team. I'm not disagreeing with y'all there. Yes, Georgia is a very talented team, but guess what? Georgia is not a very experienced team as well. So got a lot of talent, but not a lot of experience. And I know a lot of people want to attribute some of that to Kirby, stuff like that. But you still got to have some experienced guys out there, and maybe they get better as the season go on. Maybe the game reps that they get during the season will help them towards the end of the season to where we see a different Georgia team at the end of the year than what you'll see at the beginning of the season. Because I honestly think Georgia is going to be a very run-heavy first team at the beginning of the year. That's just what I believe. I think you're going to see a lot of play action from Georgia, because I don't think Gunnar Stockton is the type of quarterback that Carson Beck was last year. I'll put it to you this way. If Gunnar Stockton was the quarterback for Georgia at Alabama last year, Georgia would not have come back in that game. I don't think Gunnar Stockton is that kind of quarterback that Carson Beck showed you He's not the guy that can bring a team back, in my personal opinion. I don't think he's that guy, especially from a deficit like that. But I mean, it is what it is, man. People differ on that, and it's fine. It doesn't bother me. But hey, my opinion. Tell me what's your prediction. Is what it is, man.
Yeah,
And I've liked all the comments on TikTok. Shout out to everybody that's on TikTok that have laughed at it and things and stuff like that. Y'all better be happy I didn't put Tennessee on that list, even though everybody knows I don't think Tennessee gonna be great this year either. But you know, it is what it is. My bad, DC. Go ahead.
No, you're good, man. I just when you talk about the Alabama game, you talking about Gunnar Stockton and the Alabama game coming back, man. What was the reason that they were behind anyway? The quarterback they had, Beck, was the problem. He threw like 3 interceptions in that game. So you have to act.
Beck was also the reason they came back too.
Yeah, but he was the reason they went in the hole in the first place. So my question is, like, if Gunnar Stockton wouldn't have thrown the 3 picks, would the game have been even? You know what I'm saying? Would he have been a serviceable quarterback? You got to look at Beck, put them in a lot of holes with a lot of turnovers last year, from how I recall it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your recall is different from stats. You can look at the stats, but it seems like he had a lot of turnovers last year.
So I'm not disagreeing with you there. That's true. I mean, he did. You know, that's definitely not. I'm not disagreeing with you there at all. I'm just sitting here saying that in that situation, if he were to do that, I don't think Gunnar Stockton is the guy in order to bring a team back from if he were to get a team in the hole of that. I don't think Gunnar Stockton is that guy. I don't think he can do that. Maybe he just need game reps in order to get a team that to get a team in that situation and things stuff like that. Just being honest with you, I don't see it. I don't see it. Hey, I may be wrong, but that's what you do. You make predictions and you stand on them, and that's what I did. I stood on my predictions.
Stood on business.
If you had 3 wild predictions for this upcoming SEC season, saying anybody, what would be your 3 wild predictions?
3 wild predictions.
I mean,
Auburn.
They don't have to be wild. They can just be something that you believe.
Hot takes. Okay, man. Let's go with the obvious, man. My first hot take would be Auburn going 11, 12, and 11, 1, 12, and 0. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They get because with Auburn, man, if they can go in, if your man Mateer is not Mateer and he hasn't adjusted to the speed of the game, man, maybe we go in there and sneak that game, man. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we go in there and sneak that game. It wasn't like Hugh Freeze didn't put up points on Venerable's defense at all, you know what I'm saying, last year. So I believe we have better offense, you know, hopefully we'll have better execution than last year. And then maybe what if Mateer is not what people think Mateer is going to be, and we sneak that game? If we sneak that game, man, then Georgia had Jordan Hare, man. If we can get through that first part of the season, man, we got a clear runway to Alabama in the Iron Bowl, man. So that's the first thing. Second hot take I think is the second one is what got to do with the first one. Okay. What if Mateer is not what people think he's gonna be? Okay. What if he's just trash? Okay. You know what I'm saying? What if Mateer is hot garbage, man?
I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? What if Mateer is hot garbage? And let me see. Coach Freeze gets our coach of the year, man.
Whoa. Okay.
That's a
hot take. That's a real hot take.
Coach Freeze gets coach of the year, man.
I was not expecting
that came out of left field.
Coach Freeze get coach of the year, man.
You know what? If Auburn does go, let's just say Auburn does go. If Auburn goes 10-2, 11-1, do you think Coach Freeze deserves to be SEC coach?
You ain't even got to answer. I ain't even got to let you. Yes, if Hugh Freeze turn this around and you get a 10-2, even though a lot of us think that a lot of the problems we're having is his fault. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the head coach and everything rolls up to him. But aside from that, if he does have 10-2, man, he's gonna be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he win a game, you know, just let him win one in the playoffs. Yeah, that's coach of the year type stuff right there, man. We back up, man. We back up.
Okay. All right. So he said, all right. Cool. All right. I want to ask y'all this. I want to ask y'all this question right here. We seen. I know. I've sit here and I've talked about how I think that Tennessee is gonna have the biggest drop off this year in the SEC. I'm gonna stand on that all day. 110 toes down. Tennessee gonna have the biggest drop off this year. What team do you think will have that drop off this year in the SEC? What team will it be that was a team that potentially was mid-tier, top tier, borderline in that top half of the conference that's gonna have a dramatic fall from grace this year? And you know what? I would give you the rankings from last year, so you'll know who were top tier guys. Not. We got a call coming in real quick. I don't know who it is. First time calling in is what it sounds like. You around the water cooler with the fellas. Tell us who you are. Tell us who you are.
Yo, this Ant, what's up?
What's going on, Ant?
Ant. Just chilling, man.
Ant, how you feeling like, my guy?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Man, we doing good.
Good, man.
We waiting on you, Ant. We waiting on you.
And if there's a slight echo, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, it will. Still working on that. I'm the IT. Just believe. I've been working on this for the past 2 days, and I'm still trying to get it worked. But hopefully, do y'all hear echo?
No,
not right now.
Okay,
nope.
we good. I think we good. I think it just goes in and out. But my bad, Ant. Go ahead, Ant. What's on your mind, man?
I'm gonna start a ride.
Okay.
All right.
I see Auburn going 11-1.
Oh snap!
Wow.
Okay.
He agree with Uncle Bob. Then he agree with Uncle
What I
Bob.
say? He agree with Uncle Bob. He agree with Uncle Bob.
I'm gonna say this why though. This why, right?
Okay.
The only team I'm worried about on the schedule are A&M. They got a week off for their players.
Okay.
Oklahoma got to play Michigan week 2.
Okay.
They're going to give it all just to try to beat Michigan, which I don't think they're going to beat Michigan. Michigan defense ain't won. So, they go that loss for them to me, and then they're going to be too beat up. Georgia got to play Bama for their players, and we got a week off.
Before the Georgia game. Yeah, true.
And mind you, Georgia got to play Tennessee week 2. 2 or 3.
Week 3.
And South Carolina.
They play in week 3. So Georgia starts off with Marshall. Now, and I want everybody to know Marshall lost their head coach, Charles Huff, who's now at Southern Miss. About 20 plus of those guys that was on that Marshall team went to Southern Miss with him. So Marshall's not the same team that they were last year. Then they play Austin Peay. Then they play at Tennessee. Then they play Georgia at home week 4. So, now you got me thinking, Ant. You got me thinking.
Man,
could Auburn go 11?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
The setup for the schedule is so pretty because every game people think we gonna lose or we can lose. You gotta look at who they play before us. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Everybody,
I see that. I see your point.
And to be honest, I'm scared of A&M for the week off. But at the same time, I'm kind of not because A&M got to play Notre Dame before they can take their week off. Okay,
so here's my question. Like everybody has been telling us about Texas A&M, bro, and I've been trying to figure out why everybody is so high on Texas. I understand Texas A&M defense is potentially going to be one of the tops in the SEC, but when you look at the offensive side of the ball, Noah Thomas, who was the number 1 guy last year, is now at Georgia. He's the wide receiver at Georgia. I don't know who Marcel Reed gonna be throwing the ball to, for real. Like who's gonna be that number 1 guy that he's gonna be throwing the ball to at Texas A&M?
I mean, I feel you, Nick. I mean, you ride with my boy Dustin, so I ain't gonna put too much of a fight against you on this.
Come on, Ant. Come on, Ant. No, we ain't doing that.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is a good thing for me. Besides Lenore Sellers and Ladway, Marcel Reed might be the 2nd or 3rd best quarterback in the SEC.
Marcel Reed, 2nd or 3rd best in the SEC. Okay, wait. So are you saying
game changer, man?
Okay, so you saying
So you feel like Ladway and Sellers are better than Nussmite? Am I saying the name right? Unless you quarterback.
Nussmite.
listen, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like as passing wise, nah, that's my killing everybody.
Okay. All right.
But
Okay.
if I need a game changer and just say it's 4th and 5 and I need these 5 yards, them two gonna give me them 5 yards.
Okay. All right. Well, here's the thing though.
So,
Do you think Ladway stay healthy throughout the season for Florida to actually be in the conversation at the end of the year? Because I'm gonna be real with you. Florida got a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. I think their offensive line is gonna be solid. I think their defense, even though they lost Jack Pyburn on that defense side of the ball, he now at LSU. I still think they got a lot of those guys coming back on that defense last year that shut down Ole Miss in the second half. But my thing is, on the offensive side of the ball, with them not having enough proven talent, which is the way I feel about Georgia's defense. I think they got a lot of talent, but there's a lot of young guys and stuff like that. But do you think that if Ladway get hurt, because Ladway ain't been healthy all offseason, if he get hurt, do you think Florida is still that the team everybody think they are?
without Lagway, Florida can be a 7. Florida can be 7-5 without Lagway.
Okay. So how many? Okay, so with Ladway, how many games you get?
Their defense gonna hold them up.
I give you that. I agree with that. But with Ladway, how many games? If they 7-5 without Ladway, how many games can Ladway win for them? Are you saying he can win another 2 or 3 games and put him at 9-10?
Man, you better be scared of Florida.
Okay. All right.
In my opinion, if Ladway stay healthy, better be scared of Florida.
All right. Okay. Ant said it, man. He said if Ladway stay healthy, Florida gonna be in the conversation. So would you go as far to say if Ladway stay healthy, Florida is in the SEC championship game?
It'll depend on the 3. See, I can't say because I actually like 3 teams. I can see 3 teams being an automatic.
Okay.
And yeah, Florida won.
Okay.
Georgia, I ain't got too much faith in Georgia though.
You and me.
So,
I feel the same way. I feel the same way.
I would say my picks probably be Florida, us, and probably Texas.
Okay.
Or A&M. Well, I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna put A&M in there too.
Okay. Okay.
LSU, I ain't got no faith in Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly will mess the whole season up. He can't win a big game. I mean, it's proven.
Yeah, I definitely say that. I think when he gets to the big game, he'll blow the season, but he gonna get you there. I think he'll walk in 10 wins at this point. Ant.
He what?
I said he almost a walking 10 wins at this point.
Man, Florida gonna blow them boys out.
Ooh. Ooh.
Florida gonna beat him. He ain't no big. Clemson gonna beat him week 1. He ain't no big game coach.
You know what? I actually want to agree with you on that Clemson beating LSU in week 1.
Y'all think so?
I think so, bro. Clemson for real, bro. Clemson for real.
USC had no business beating LSU last year.
I agree with that.
Week 1, I agree with you though.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Miller Moss. He had. I think Miller Moss is at Louisville or Cincinnati, but Miller Moss made some throws in that game on some comeback routes against LSU's defense that was just crazy.
Yeah, but we found out later in the year LSU had a bad defense though.
They had a really
man. That's what I was finna say. DC LSU defense wasn't all that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, in that first half of USC, you couldn't tell me you thought LSU was back in form.
What's up,
yeah,
Con? What's going on, Con?
Yeah, Connie said the defense has got to be better. Yeah, way better. LSU.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I like that, man. Ant bringing the smoke tonight.
Definitely.
Ant, what you got on Alabama, Ant? What Alabama gonna do?
No comment.
Man. It's a hard call. Like he got his offensive coordinator back, so you really can't say Bama gonna be the same as last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know nothing about Ty Simpson, man. You only seen that man for a half a game. We don't know what kind of quarterback he is. And then, to be honest, you don't know how he gonna feel because they put more faith in Russell than they do Simpson.
Okay. Okay, then. Okay,
If
then.
I go on a limb with Bama, I could see Bama. I could see Bama being 10-2. I could see Bama being 7-5.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
That's a strong. Well, he coming with some fire, boy. He just do two
That's a hot
haymakers out
take
there.
right there. This hot take Friday.
I actually got Alabama. I got Alabama between that 9-10 win mark this year. To be real with you. That's why I got Alabama.
So you got Alabama in the playoffs.
If you look back at last year, South Carolina should have beat them.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That
You
is
know,
true.
Marcelo
That's
for the
true.
ball on them drive. So yeah, I agree with you.
Unless you make a couple stops, unless you could have beat them.
They drug LSU, didn't they? They drug LSU.
No, I think he's talking about
Alabama drug
LSU. Alabama drug LSU last year. I think
Alabama drug LSU.
They drug LSU last year.
LSU ain't had no defense.
Okay, then.
Who else they played? What was another close game? Oh, Georgia. That Georgia game was love. I think Bama just got Georgia number for real.
Okay,
I really do.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Does Alabama have Georgia, or did Miro have Georgia?
I think Bama had Georgia.
You think Bama just got their number?
I think they just got their number because all this is at least Georgia should have beat Bama at least 3 years that I could think of. They should have beat them for the title. They should have beat them last year. They should have beat them. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, 24 when they went to the SEC title. Georgia got their string. They had their string to beat Bama. Bama just got their number. But
they in their head, huh?
In another sense of form, I think Georgia got Texas number.
I think that changes this year. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So y'all, but we saying they gonna beat Georgia at home, bro.
Yeah.
We saying Texas and Alabama gonna go into Georgia and beat them, man.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I say I take Bama beating Georgia over Texas beating Georgia at home.
And then both of them are coming in with new quarterbacks too, coming into Georgia.
All three of them got new quarterbacks.
But Gunnar Stockton has had some good playing time. We've seen some good film and tape, and he's played in some of the biggest. He played in the playoff game.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Like you said, I think Bama beat Georgia.
They only scored 10 points in that game. They got
yeah, I'm just speaking to his experience.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So I understand everybody talking about Gunnar Stockton, but you got to understand Gunnar Stockton started the second half of that SEC championship game. Game where Texas probably didn't even game plan for that. They would probably game plan for Carson Beck. I mean, and stuff like that. Now you can put that on the defensive coordinator. You know, you got to have a contingency plan for what's happening. But you saw what happened when a team was able to game plan for what potentially he could do. Man, Notre Dame shut that man down. That man couldn't do nothing in that game. So my thing is this, man. Like I feel where people coming from with Gunnar Stockton and all type of stuff like that. And I've been watching a bunch of Georgia stuff, trying to get a feel on what potentially this offense is gonna look like. And the thing that I can come out with this with Georgia is the fact that, man, it really hinges on what this offensive line look like for Georgia. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's up to par with what other offensive lines have been like with Georgia and stuff like that. And I think, and my motto is, where's the game won at? The game is won in the trenches. It's always won on the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking at other defensive lines that have other defensive lines that Georgia gonna go up against, and I'm looking at it like, man, they got one or two guys that can rush the passer and and can bend the edges and potentially push the middle of Georgia's offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I don't think Georgia is. I don't think Georgia is what people. The myth of what Georgia has been for like the past, I don't know what, 7 years. It was since Kirby got there, Kirby in what, 7, 8 years since they've been there. I just think now when you put NIL on top of it, and you got a lot of guys that's it's just not a lot of stacked talent there with them now, bro. I'm telling you, it is different. I just think it's different now, bro. That's just my personal opinion on that. And I think I'm about to see Georgia almost get humanized a little bit.
Okay.
In my personal opinion. It is what it is. And it's no slight against them. I still think Georgia's a talented team. I got Georgia winning 9 games this year. And I have them losing to Alabama. I have them losing to Auburn. That's 2 SEC teams. And depending on what happened, you got to remember they lost to Ole Miss last year. And they lost to Ole Miss like 28-10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they got drugged.
And then Georgia Tech was up by like 17 points going into the fourth quarter. So I don't know, man. I'm just telling you, man. I think last year was the rumblings of what you about to see come now, because of the fact that a lot of the talent that was there is now being dispersed across the conference. And that's why I feel like this season moving forward is a lot more. I'm gonna give you the best one. Josh Pate, he basically said when you hear people talk about the SEC being deep, he talks about the number 1 team playing the number 8 team. Their quality at number 8, number 9 is better than some other conferences. Number 8 or number 9 team is what he was saying. But there was never a depth of contention. It was always 1 or 2 teams in the conference that was always going to contend, and that teams was always Alabama or Georgia. Is what he was saying. And he made a point, and he made a good point that I actually agree, because I was like, if you look at it, between Georgia and Alabama, and then except for LSU in that 1 year, they swapped the SEC championship trophies back and forth with each other. That's what it is. So basically, he was like, yeah, it's a deep conference when people talk about deep conferences, but the contention about who's going to play for who's going to win the championship, who's going to win the SEC championship was always only between 2 teams. And then LSU popped in there once or twice, something like that. That's and I was like, he make a point. That's a great point. I don't know, it just makes sense to me, but it is what it is.
I'm gonna say this about the Georgia game, right?
Okay.
This is what I seen, and don't too many people pick up on it. So, like, where I'm from, that's all they know is football. So, we had a good football coach, whatever. So he always said one thing that really just stuck with everybody. He said football is 90% mental, 10% physical. Pay attention to SEC media days. It wasn't number 2 teams who said they hate playing at Jordan House. They don't like going to Jordan House to play. It's something about that place. I mean, everybody got their little comment. You might hear 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there. But Georgia and Bama, almost all their players said it. I don't want to go to Jordan and play. I don't like it though. It's somebody, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got different comments about why they don't want to go play at Auburn. If they don't want to play at Auburn, you're going to have to play on that strength.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ant with the call in of the night so far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Ant for calling in, man. We appreciate you, my guy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Shout out to Ant for calling in, man. Hopefully he'll come back in sooner rather than later, man. But we appreciate Ant calling in, man. I thought it was a pretty good call, man. Anything y'all disagree with Ant on that call? Anything?
The only thing I have to say about just being sure about, not being sure about Georgia is, just like we're saying Gunnar Stockton is green or whatever, it's like you're going to be bringing in a new quarterback in Alabama into a hostile environment, man, in the 4th game of the season. And we're just assuming he's just going to go in there and just go lights out. I think that's just going to be a dog fight in that game. Literally, because you know what I'm saying? It's not like Alabama is bringing a seasoned vet in, nor is Texas. So
I agree with you, but my rebuttal to that is
Mhm.
in that situation, the notion is defenses always travel. Which defense do you trust more? Do you trust Georgia's defense at home, or do you trust the defense that I have come around after excuse me, after doing more research on it, which I already knew Alabama was going to be one of the great was going to be one of the great defenses in the country this year, not just the SEC. But when I look at it more in depth, I'm like, yeah, man, Alabama's going to have they should have a really
Alabama
top tier
defense gonna be
Which
fire,
defense,
man.
which defense do you trust? Do you
Man.
trust based off of just what you know, off of just off top, just off surface level and what you heard so far? Which defense do you trust more? Do you trust Georgia defense at home, or do you trust Alabama defense on the road?
I trust Georgia defense at home, and for the very same reason I'm trusting Auburn's defense at home when Georgia travels to Auburn. That's the only reason I'm picking Auburn is because they're playing in Jordan Hare. That's it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trusting the environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm trusting the environment, and I'm trusting Auburn defense in that game. The same way, man, I trust Georgia defense at home against Alabama with a green quarterback. It's just that's the fourth game of the season, right? When are they playing? Fourth or fifth game?
Playing the fourth week.
Yeah, that's the fourth week of the season, dude. Who is Alabama playing before that? They got Florida State the first game.
Yeah.
Who are they playing second and third game? If you can look at it.
I'll tell you real quick. Give me one second.
Tell me real quick.
Because 2025 schedule is.
I feel like Georgia gonna find a way to mess it up. I got Georgia losing two games.
Fair.
I got Georgia losing 2 games, and that's to us and to Bama.
Okay.
Yeah, so Georgia plays. So Georgia plays. Well, they both got buys the week before they play each other. Actually,
okay,
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yes, they do. They both have a bye before that Alabama game. So Georgia plays Florida State week 1. They play Louisiana Monroe. Then they play Wisconsin.
Okay.
Then they have a bye after that, and they play Georgia on the road.
Okay, yeah. So it's like, man, think about this. You know, Alabama's quarterback is not. That's going to be his first road game, his first road SEC game, and his first road SEC environment. I'm not saying Alabama won't win the game. Trust me, I'm not saying that because I think they're going to have a formidable defense. So I think it is going to be a dogfight and a struggle. But just to say that, man, yeah, they just going to beat Georgia. I can't ride with it because it is a home environment, man, for Georgia. And Alabama's bringing in a new quarterback.
I feel
so. That's the reason I said it's kind of like, bro, we got the same way I said about Beck last year. I knew they would have an issue. Well, the year before last, they would have an issue because Jordan Hare was his first road game, his first SEC road game. And, man, it took the tight end to just bail him out. He was just throwing to the tight end with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On that last drive. He was throwing in a double coverage, just throwing it to what's the name? Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah. So my thing is just I would like to see the quarterbacks, man. I want to see what Alabama's quarterback is going to do in a hostile environment, 4th game of the season. I can't just get to him.
I got you, man. If y'all want to call in, man, that's a call-in number right there, 334-521-2679, 334-521-2679 here. You know, ain't no call limit. You know, if you want to talk, tell us what your thoughts is, tell us what your thought process is about it, man. Please call in, man. We like it. We love it, man. We want to hear your thought process on it. Shout out to Ant for calling in and rocking with us there around the water cooler. But before when Ant called in, man, I asked y'all a question. Who y'all think, what team y'all think would have the biggest drop off from last year to this year? And here's the rankings. Texas was 1 at 13-3. Georgia was 2 at 11-3. Tennessee was 3 at 10-3. Missouri was 4, 10-3. Ole Miss 10-3. Alabama was 9-4. LSU 9-4. South Carolina 9-4. Texas A&M 8-5. Florida 8-5. Arkansas and Vanderbilt were both 7-6. Oklahoma 6-7. Auburn, Kentucky, and Mississippi State rounded out the bottom at 5-7, 4-8, and 2-10, respectively. So, what team do y'all think will have the biggest drop off in this season?
I got a team, but I don't think it's a huge drop off. But I think they dropped Ole Miss.
So you think Ole Miss dropped from what 10-3 to what? I
think they win 8 games this year.
All right, that will still put them top half for the come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't think it's a huge drop, but I think they fall out that 10 win echelon.
That's still putting them around that 8 to 10 win mark in the conference. Ole Miss, okay. I mean, that's not a bad choice because Ole Miss lost a lot on their defense as well. Shout out. We'll see what that's like.
Shout out Connie.
Mm-hmm.
She feel me.
Oh yeah, Connie says Ole Miss. Okay.
Who you thinking, DC?
And I'm thinking I'm going with my team I picked last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm go with Missouri again, bro.
Man,
Missouri gonna drop another notch. They're gonna drop another notch, bro.
What you mean? Missouri been a 10-11 win team.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna drop to 8 games this year.
Oh my, come on. Come on, DC.
Missouri gonna drop again.
DC.
Missouri gonna drop again, bro.
What does Missouri have to prove for
I
realize that they are gonna be a 9-10 win team every year?
Man, I give Missouri their props. You know what I'm saying? What I said last year was they won 11. I'm like, man, it's gonna be Missouri cannot duplicate that again, 11 game again. They're not gonna duplicate 10 again. Missouri gonna drop again. Missouri gonna drop again.
One game.
No. I'm saying they're gonna drop 8 to 8 games.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Drop 8 games.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Missouri gonna be right at that 10 win mark again, and everybody gonna be like Eli Drinkwitz, what's up? I think the thing Missouri gonna. I think Eli Drinkwitz and Missouri gonna have the Mark Richt Georgia problem. Like they gonna be I just feel like they gonna always be a 9-10, 11 win team.
They already got the Mark Richt Georgia problem.
But they ain't gonna never be able to make it over the hump just because they just not gonna have they not gonna have, like, when it comes down to the moment in those games, they're not gonna have those guys they can go up against, you know, the other schools in the conference. That, like, that one extra guy they can go up against the other schools in the conference that can make a difference. In my personal opinion, man, I feel
okay. Do you have Missouri schedule? Because if they don't think about this now, they won 10 last year. If they don't beat Auburn, that's 9 right there. All they got to do is lose one more. You got Auburn beat Missouri, right?
Barely, yeah.
Okay, so that's 9. So all they have to do is lose one more to 8.
All right, I'm about to bring up.
You see what I'm saying? So that's just one more game, man. And I think Vanderbilt. Did they go into overtime with Vanderbilt last year at Missouri? I think they did.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
Yeah, so they got to go to Vanderbilt this year. That could be an L.
So Missouri starts the season off next Thursday, as a matter of fact, against Central Arkansas. Then they play Kansas at home.
Okay.
Then they play ULL, the Raging Cajuns, at home. Then they play South Carolina at home. They play Massachusetts at home. They play Alabama at home. So they got like their first 6 games at home.
Okay.
Wow.
So you think they beat South Carolina?
4, 5, 6. They first 6 games at home. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think South Carolina gonna have a drop this year. I really think they're gonna drop this year.
Okay, so you think they beat Bama?
That's I don't know, but they're gonna be hyped for the game. They by that time they're gonna have to, because you know Missouri has not named a legit starting quarterback right now. So they going between Pribla and Hank, who are the 2 guys that are vying for the job. So hopefully by game 5 or 6, they'll definitely know who the starting quarterback is. It depends on that right there. So I don't know, man. Right now, I got Alabama winning that game.
Okay. Proceed.
Then after the Alabama game on the 11th, they come to Auburn on the 18th.
You got them losing that game.
I got them losing that game.
Okay.
They got Vanderbilt at Vanderbilt.
Okay.
They got Texas A&M at home, Mississippi State at home.
So you think they beat Vanderbilt at home?
I think they beat Vanderbilt. Man, look, man.
They went in overtime last year at Missouri.
I think they're gonna beat Vanderbilt. And I think Vanderbilt is. I agree with Marcus, man. I think people not overlooking Vanderbilt this year.
Okay.
I don't think people overlooking Vanderbilt, bro. I think Vanderbilt is. I think people know what Vanderbilt is. I think people looking at it like, all right, man, we got a game plan for them, because if we don't, we can end up being like Alabama last year.
Yeah, I think they were too hype on their win streak, bro. They made people know it.
I think Vanderbilt still is a bowl team. I think Vanderbilt still win 6 games, but they're gonna be some real tough 6 wins for Vanderbilt this year. I think they decrease. I think they decreased from 7 to 6 this year. And they potentially could win 5. I mean, like I know Pavia is going on every talk show and basically saying it's national championship or bust. I don't see it, bro. I'm gonna just be real. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Shout out to Alan Berry with the $10 super chat, man. He said, I think
appreciate it, Alan. Appreciate it.
Man. He said, I think Alabama has the advantage on defense and offense. Alabama returns 4 starters on the O-line while UGA replaces 4. That's like I said, and I don't think they have the wide receivers compared to Alabama.
Well, they have the Texas A&M receiver, and they have the USC receiver transfer. So they got some 5 receivers now.
Yeah, Zachariah Branch was a 500+ yard receiver last year.
Yeah, and the dude from Texas A&M was tearing us up.
Yeah, he was like a 600-700 yard receiver last year as well. So I mean, don't get it twisted. They got some firepower there, but the thing is, it really it hinges on the offensive line for Georgia.
Sure.
Like, Georgia's offensive line, if they don't give him time to process and throw the ball, I mean, and stand in the pocket and process, he gonna be running for his life all year. So I would expect a lot of play action. Like I said, I expect Georgia to run the ball to start the season off, try to establish a strong run game, and from there, I'm expecting them to probably try to move the pocket some with Gunnar Stockton. I'm expecting all that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I don't think he's the quarterback that Carson Beck was last year. That's just my personal opinion.
Awesome take, Allen. Awesome take.
Shout out to Allen with that, man.
Allen always come through with that fire.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Allen. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here. As always, if y'all want to call in, appreciate it, man. Numbers strolling at the bottom, 334-521-2679, 334-521-2679. Trying to get these call-in shows jumping because that's what the fun is. The fun is in the call-in shows when y'all call in and when y'all tell us y'all takes, man, because it is dope. SEC is going to a 9th game. This starting next season. And here are the parameters around that 9th game. It says we'll continue with single standings, non-divisional structure. Each school will play 3 annual opponents focused on maintaining many traditional rivalries. Each team remaining 6 games will rotate among the remaining conference schools, and each team will face every other SEC program at least once every 2 years, and every opponent home and away in a 4-year span. Connie put up a comment earlier right here. She said she wished it was go back to the Amen corner, the old way with the Amen corner, which, if I'm not mistaken, I believe was Florida part of the Amen corner.
Yep.
So the question that has arose is who will be the 3 permanent teams that each team will face. So a lot of people already being like, all right, so Alabama, Georgia, but who would be the 3rd one for Auburn? There have been predictions that it would be Vanderbilt, but I think Florida would probably make more sense.
I think Florida gonna make a put for that one.
I think Florida makes more sense in this situation because the Florida Auburn games were amazing to watch in like the 2000s and things and stuff like that. So
what about LSU?
Nah.
It's like, man, you got it. But I think what you have to look at, man, is balance of power too when you're making these schedules. I don't know if they will, but in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Only 2, if you look at in recent history, man, Tennessee and Auburn, man, have to play Georgia and Alabama.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So those have been the like top tier teams in the SEC. So just in recent history, we don't know what's going to happen down the road. I'm just going on recent history. So, man, those are the toughest schedules, man. Then you start putting Florida as a permanent and they on their rise up, man. That could be overwhelming. Because, like Florida, so think about this. I don't know if they'll put Auburn as a permanent with Florida because you're going to put Georgia as a permanent with Florida and probably LSU.
But here's the thing, though.
You see what I'm saying? So, here's
the thing, though. Like, this is the thing. Like, with this is the reason why I feel like this happened. The reason why we saw this 9th game happen is because I believe the Big Ten was holding it hostage, was holding the college expansion hostage, and they wanted that automatic qualifier to where the Big Ten and the SEC would get 4, the ACC would get 2, the Big 12 would get 2, and then whatever else after that. The SEC, the Big 12, and the ACC apparently were all on board with the 5+11 model. We're moving to 16 teams. So basically, the five champions, and then the 11 at large spots. So the Big Ten was like, all right, if that happens, y'all got to add a 9th game because we play a 9th game. The Big 12 plays a 9th game. Now the only conference that only plays 8 games is the ACC. So does the ACC add a 9th game, which probably will happen. But the thing is, now that the SEC has added that 9th game, I wholeheartedly think what you're going to hear by the end of November, beginning of December, is the 5+11 expansion model for the playoff. So if that happens, that's 16 teams that's going to be in. So adding the 9th game at that particular time, I honestly believe a 3-loss team is going to end up being in the playoff either way it goes. So even adding Florida as your permanent opponent on an Auburn schedule, I don't think it has any bearing on it, because if you win 2 out of those 3 games every year, and then you take care of business of the other games, let's just say you slip up 2 more times and you a 9-3, a 9-3 team, you still have a good chance of getting into the playoff, because the playoff has expanded to 16 from 12. So I'm cool with it. I would love for it to be. I would love for that other permanent team to be Florida, in my personal opinion, and things stuff like that. So who knows, man? What you think? You still think it may be overwhelming?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at the whole conference, man, everybody has to. You're gonna have to balance. The strength of schedule has to be balanced in them 2 games everybody plays. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Florida, they're definitely playing Georgia. That's not going away.
Yeah.
So I can imagine they're probably going to go with Georgia and LSU for their games. Alabama is going to be Auburn and probably LSU. So then you looking at LSU, they got Florida and Alabama.
No, Alabama definitely going to be Auburn and Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So they're going to have to drop that is correct. That is correct. So Florida probably is going to be, I mean, LSU is probably going to be Florida and Ole Miss,
possibly. I mean, or LSU, or LSU could be Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying. So it gets to when you start going down the schedules like an Ole Miss, man. Everybody's who's going to be Ole Miss 2 permanent rivals. So you start getting things like, bro, with Ole Miss having a soft schedule. If you give like Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, it's like then you're gonna wind up down when you get down the schedule. Some of those teams are just gonna have soft 2 permanent home, games where it's just like it's not fair. Is what I'm saying. I'm saying
so you said Ole Miss versus Mississippi State ain't gonna be
fair. That ain't gonna get it, bro. You see what I'm saying? So they have think about their permanent rival. What I'm saying though, if that's their rival game, but think if they get Ole Miss and South Carolina every year. That's not fair to Auburn to have Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. And then
so what you trying to say? Hold on, DC.
What
you trying to say? Hold on. Because what it sounds like you trying to say is South Carolina and Ole Miss is not great parity. They suck according to the rest of the world. That would it sound like you trying to say.
That's what I heard too, Nick. That's what I kind of heard too, Nick.
I'm not gonna answer the question. I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Okay.
If Auburn, this is the setup this year.
Okay.
Auburn has to win 2 games to get into the national championship. On this side, they have Alabama and they have Georgia. On this side, they have Ole Miss. I mean, they have Mississippi State and South Carolina. Which way you going?
Well, South Carolina, Mississippi.
Thank you. You answered my question then on who's tough or not.
I didn't answer because
who would you rather? Who would you rather have, Nick?
All right, so Lenore Sellers is a running quarterback. All right.
Just go out. Yeah,
I'm trying to answer the question. I'm about to answer the question. Lenore Sellers is a running quarterback, right? Absolutely. So what has Auburn always had problems with? Running quarterbacks. All right. Okay. And South Carolina has beaten us the last couple of times we played South Carolina. We've gotten beat by South Carolina.
So has the other
I don't know if I would take that. Okay.
South Carolina defense has left the building.
What?
We
That don't mean
have
that South Carolina defense wasn't good when we beat them
Hold up,
last. They beat us last time.
But
we had
Alabama,
top receiver
but
room in the
Alabama,
SEC last year either.
That's
Right.
a rivalry game. That's and that game at Jordan Hare. Hey man,
but Alabama and Georgia has beaten us too.
you're right. But I'm be honest with you. Y'all call me crazy.
Come on, Nick, don't do this, man.
I'm probably taking Alabama Georgia at home, bro. I'm probably taking them 2 games at
Stop
home.
it, man. Bro. Stop, man. Nick, so you telling me?
I'm being real.
Somebody check his room for the Nick juice.
No, ain't no Nick juice. I'm just being real.
Someone check his room right now for the Nicholas juice.
I'm being real.
Nick,
being
come
real.
on,
That's
man.
literally what I'm being
Someone
real.
go-
Man. South Carolina and Mississippi
Huggy,
State.
please go check on Nick.
South Carolina and Mississippi State are not comparable to Alabama and Georgia, man.
Righteously taking the easy route would be the wrong choice.
No, what I'm saying, I'm just saying.
Oh, Huggy, he got
Come on,
you
bro.
sipping Nicholas
Stop, bro.
juice too.
Stop.
He
Come
must
on,
send
man.
you a batch.
Come on, dude. If I get in, this is about winning chips. If I get in the playoff, man, if I get on a bracket, bro, I want an easy bracket. Forget all that fighting Debo stuff to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Mississippi State on it. I'm taking.
Come on, bro. I want the. If I'm in a bracket, bro, I want.
Any live with Mississippi State on it. I'm taking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You saying you would rather play? You would rather play Alabama and Georgia to get to the national championships?
You said this year, right? You said this year.
Yeah, rather than being in a bracket with South Carolina and Mississippi State.
Them games at the house. Them games at home.
Now, I'm just.
I would rather play Auburn at home against them teams.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'll take them.
They're playoff games. They're playoff games. So all of them, we're assuming, probably would be at home all the way. They would be in the same place. I said 2 teams to get to the national championship. So they're in the same place.
I probably still take them. I probably would still take Alabama and Georgia.
Okay, I would, man. I would,
man. I'm just being real. That's probably what I would end up doing. You know what I'm saying? I probably take Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah, but I'm saying my whole point is, man. My whole point is, if you look at strength of schedule, if you look at the history of strength of schedule, especially in recent history, man, South Carolina and Mississippi State has not been stronger than Georgia and Alabama. That's what I'm saying. So the SEC office has.
I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Oh, okay, I thought you said you disagree. I was going to say.
I'm not disagreeing with you there.
So what I'm
this year,
I got you.
Say Alabama and Georgia.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, my whole thing is, the SEC is going to have a balance of strength of schedule for each team, is what I'm saying. So I know we would love to play those games because we love to see a LSU and a Florida. We love to see those games, but you have to look at as a permanent rival. You got to have that strength of schedule spread out over the conference, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we use that. Who is Ole Miss going to play? If you know what I'm saying, if we just play all the top, teams, who is Ole Miss gonna play? Who is Mississippi State gonna play? Ole Miss and who else? You know what I'm saying?
They'll probably end up playing Mississippi State. Like, who is Mississippi State's natural rival? It is Ole Miss.
I know.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Arkansas.
Would you? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But see, look at their strength of schedule. It's like,
but it's still just 3 games though, DC.
Yeah, I get it, but I understand. I'm just saying, but it's the base strength of schedule, and you're gonna layer. See, even with Georgia and Alabama, every other year you're gonna layer Florida, Texas A&M. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna layer those teams on top of Alabama and playing Georgia.
But also in the other conference, the other rival games, you could put bigger teams on top of those. It's still 6 more games to play with. That's all I'm saying, though.
I'd rather have Ole Miss.
They gotta play the same teams, though. I'd
rather have Mississippi State and South Carolina on my schedule.
I definitely agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. You agree with it.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm trying to get to the playoffs, and I'm trying to get to the playoffs, bro. You know what I'm saying?
How does the 9 games affect home and home non-SEC games? Well, according to what was reported is that every SEC team will have to play every year an opponent from the other Power 4 conferences. So the Big 12, the Big 10, and the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
So Georgia already plays Georgia Tech. South Carolina already plays Clemson every year. I'm trying to think who else in the conference plays somebody else. I think I'm the only 2. No, Florida plays Florida State.
Florida State, yeah.
Florida State, them the 3.
Yep.
So now you will probably see. So now you got. So like next year, Auburn would be playing Baylor, which would be a Big 12, and then you'll have those 9 conference games and then you'll have 2, basically, what we call them cupcake games, and that's what people want to call them, or just easier games. They say they're easier games. But now you'll probably see Auburn. You'll probably see Auburn go to South Bend, because apparently that is a game that Auburn is trying to get scheduled. Notre Dame and Auburn in the coming years. I think Auburn and Miami is supposed to be scheduling each other soon or something like that. I don't know. That's something that I read. So it'll be interesting to see how that happened. Oh yeah, my bad. You're right. Ant said Kentucky and Louisville.
Yeah.
Too, and stuff like that. So I mean, you'll start seeing a lot of other big games. So maybe you know what? Maybe you'll see Colorado.
Maybe
the Plains.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll see something like that. So you'll see all these big. Maybe we'll see USC back in the Plains. USC ain't been to Auburn since what? Stuff like that. So maybe you'll see something like that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see, man. So it does kind of make for bigger games, and it also gives the SEC a little bit more grace. So if you lose those games, you can always say the strength of schedule is that you play helped when it comes to time for playoff consideration. Don't be surprised. It's going to expand to 16. It's going to be the 5.
Sure, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
It's going to be the 5 plus 11. So around November, December, that's going to be the story. It's going to be the 5 plus 11 with the 11 at larges is what you're going to hear.
The big losers in this, man, are the smaller schools that were playing these. You get these money checks, man, because that's the big
like
losers.
Mercers, like Mercers,
Alabama A&Ms.
Yeah, I agree with that, DC.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Those are the teams that's losing out for real, for real. But
HBCUs,
it's getting more stratified to where it's becoming to where it's just gonna be big time college football in that situation, man. So it is what it is. All right, man. We're gonna get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to Ant for calling in tonight, man. We appreciate y'all. Everybody that wanted to call in, but then we appreciate y'all so much. Everybody that was in the chat tonight, we appreciate y'all. DC, tell them where they can find you at, my guy.
You can find me at Auburn_Addicts TV on YouTube and at Auburn_Addicts on all platforms, man. You can find us on Sunday for Have You Heard Auburn News Today at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And after every game, man, we're going to be hanging out with the mayor and Tez, man, for Tiger Vent call-in show, baby. We're going to be kicking it after every game, man. So y'all holla at us, man. Holla.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all go over there and y'all subscribe over to Auburn_Addicts TV, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to our guy Tez at It's SC Season, at Tight Sports, at Alabama Football Megacast. I got Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast, man. I got B Sharp over at Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Vanny Chris over at the Go to Broom Podcast, and of course the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube, and follow him on Facebook at Huggy Beard and at Bubba Hyde on Facebook as well, man. And remember, right before the official Auburn post-game reaction show, Tiger Vent, you can watch the live watch with me in the locker room here around the water cooler 15 minutes before every game, every kickoff, man. First one is going to be August 29th, Auburn versus Baylor, here in the locker room around the water cooler, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for that. We a week away, man. This time next week, we will be probably getting ready to go in halftime this time next week, and we'll be here watching the game, and it's going to be a great game. We're going to see exactly what our Auburn Tigers look like, and we'll get some hint of what to expect for the rest of the season from Auburn, from Coach Hugh Freeze and these Auburn Tigers, man. So it's going to be great as well. But get ready, man. Tomorrow, college football starts tomorrow. Iowa State versus Kansas State in the Erlingus kickoff.
Finally.
So we'll get a chance to sit down and watch some football there, man. So we appreciate y'all. Marcus, what you got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Man, shout out BTW. I think they playing you following tonight.
They are. Okay. Shout out to BTW.
Gotta say that right there, man. And y'all be blessed. Have a safe weekend. And next week, man, it's time. The time is here, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to BTW, them Golden Eagles, playing the Eufaula Tigers tonight, man. Hopefully we get the 1-0 start for the season, because you know what it is. It's the drive to the state championship. Hopefully we can get there this year. Marquez Daniels who's committed to Florida, is at BTW. If y'all don't know, that is where we went to school at. Joe Phillips went to school there as well. Went to high school there as well. So shout out to BTW, man. We appreciate that. For that, man. Let's get that W tonight. They should be in halftime right now. I'm gonna check and see what the score is. But until then, man, we'll be back. I'll be back Sunday morning with Dustin, 9 a.m. Central, on the Up-Tempo podcast, and then 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, doing Have You Heard with my guy DC Wolf over on Auburn TV Sunday, and then we'll be back 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Monday, back around the water cooler, man, getting ready for game week and getting ready to preview some of these games in the SEC and college football, and of course them Auburn Tigers. You know it, man.
Yes, sir.
So it is, man. So we appreciate y'all so much, man. Let's get out of here. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Oh, Ant said he went. You from Laverne, Ant? Laverne Tigers? Okay, then.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
I know about Laverne, bro. I know about Laverne. Yeah, man. Shout out to Joe Phillips, man. Need to be on the field at Auburn. I'm telling you that right now, man. Need to be playing. Just so serious. He need to be playing. But yeah, man. Y'all have a good one. Better yet, man. Y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and all of the glory. And until next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler. It is one love, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We out this mug. Y'all be easy, man. All right. I holla.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.